Italian thighs, that's my tragedy.
So when are we going to have you back in class?
Tonight. You'll definitely have me tonight. Go get him, girl. Well, that pamphlet, it said to watch out for excessive exercise.
Oh, so what? Priorities, Gina. Priorities.
Yeah, you're right. Jed Leary first, and then I'll worry about my affliction. Hey, there's a new club starting up. Total Funk. Sounds like a real rage.
Yeah, great. Oh, Gina, try a stretch class tomorrow. Then aerobics on the weekend, okay? See you later.
Kirsty.
Marj.
Just a muffin, thanks, Gina.
Blueberry, date, cheese or walnut?
Date and whatever. Oh, I might have known he wasn't bounding out of the house at crack of dawn to get to school early.
Well, I think it's sweet.
You'd think they'd choose a more secluded table.
No, I mean the fact that it's wonderful. They spend every morning together.
I suppose so. I can't help thinking it's got all too intense too quickly. I mean, that's the trouble these days with young people, rushing into things.
I wish I could rush into something.
Oh, you will, you will. What about that chap who carried you into the clinic the other day? You know, the athletic-looking fella?
Jed.
Jed?
I'm thinking of having his children. He just doesn't know it yet.
Have they found out what's wrong with you? Was it too much strenuous exercise?
No, I saw Hunter this morning and he thinks I might have some kind of eating disorder.
Oh, you don't mean anorexia?
No. Well, maybe.
Oh, you haven't been, you know, don't you?
No.
I've read about girls doing that, but I've never actually met...
It's not that much.
You know, whatever it is, get them to do something about it, because you're fading away, love. 5 minutes to go, Kirsty.
Could have told me that you just charged them.
Oh, at least you killed half an hour trying to find him. You should be grateful.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Busy night, eh?
Yeah, the kind that makes you want to quit and become a meter maid.
You want to spend a few weeks home with Marj, then you'd be pleased to come to work. Hey, you want to use the slow nights to catch up on some reading?
I have been.
Done a lot of that myself lately. Read everything at home. Even made Marj bring home medical journals so I could catch up. Morning, ladies.
Morning. You didn't waste any time getting back on the roster.
I wasn't about to sit around on my chuff.
Just remember what I said. Take it easy, okay?
Yeah.
I'll see you tonight. Yeah, see you.
So, what's this I hear about you and young Steve? Is it true?
Marj hasn't got us married off already, has she?
No, but I'll keep you posted. She's bound to know about the nuptials before you do.
I'm sure. Is everything still all right between you and Steve? Yeah, I think so. Why? Oh, you just don't seem to be spending as much time together lately. Oh, he's had a few problems to sort out at home.
What time is it?
Almost 9.
Why didn't you wake me when you got back?
Too late.
So what had happened? Did you tell them about Wayne?
Didn't have to. They told me.
Ah, so I was right.
Insurance fraud. People paid to get rid of their cars to collect the money. Wayne used to pick the cars up, strip them for their parts, then dump what was left in the bush.
He must have been raking it in.
Yeah, and I was an accessory.
No way, they didn't charge you.
But they might.
How can they, man? You didn't know what he was up to.
You think the police will believe that? I mean, how stupid could you be to get caught up in something like that and not know it?
Hey, come on. They're going to know you were just a patsy.
Well, can't you swap shifts?
Somebody has to work nights.
Oh, well, I think whoever does the roster should have more consideration as to the effect on your relationship.
Carrie.
Hey, while I'm here, can I get you anything?
Yeah, I need a chocolate hip.
Oh, will this do?
Perfect.
Oh, sorry, I've been such a klutz lately.
Just lately.
Yeah, I'm not usually like that. Is there anything I can get you?
No, thank you. Oh, did you have a chance to read the list of...
Oh, yeah. It's down here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I did it at home last night. I thought I'd get Mum to help me try and remember what I'd eaten, but she got all funny about it. She thought if I had anorexia that it was something to do with her having bad cooking.
You ate all of this?
Well, actually, I threw the banana cake out.
Oh.
You know, my sister made it and it was really dry, and she was there when I was doing the list, so I didn't want to offend her.
But you ate everything else?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the spaghetti was on Monday or Tuesday, and there's been a few little nibbles here and there that I didn't put down. Does that matter?
No.
Oh, that's good. I had a bit of trouble remembering, too. Is that a bad sign?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. I didn't want to think that I'd been blocking it out or anything.
What sort of spaghetti was it?
Carbonara, with lots of bacon.
Union ballot. Superannuation update. Annual picnic. Oh, exciting stuff. Surely something interesting happened while I was away. Ah, this is more like it. More supplies missing. Ah, syringes I might have known. I suppose we'll have the police round asking questions.
What?
The police about the missing supplies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're a bundle of joy, I must say.
Just a bit tired.
Well, you been busy? Anything major?
No, it's been pretty quiet, really.
Good. We must be due for a big, juicy emergency. I need something to get back in the swing of things.
Oh, yes, Mr. Browning, I remember you. Oh, you can't get into the clinic? Oh. No, I'm afraid I can't send an ambulance. No, it's got to be authorised by a doctor. Yes, I know. Yes, I know Tom's my husband, but he can't really divert his run. Well, you've got a daughter, haven't you? Yeah, and she's got a car. Oh, perhaps she could bring you in. You will? Good. All right, Mr. Browning. Yes. Yes, I'll be very pleased to see you too. Right. Bye. They think they know you and then they expect favours. Oh, Kirsty, I do wish you wouldn't write in those magazines. Other people don't want to read what you have to say about whatever it is.
At least I don't rip out the recipes like some people.
Oh, only when they're about to be thrown away, and that one looks new. What's it about, anyway?
Pussycat or tigress, how you rate in bed.
Oh, I don't know how you can be bothered with such rubbish.
Well, you'd be surprised at what you can learn from doing these, Marj.
Yes, I dread to think.
Don't be such a prude.
I'm not a prude.
All right, then answer this one. Your man suddenly wants you to do something kinky. Do you A, ignore him and hope he won't insist, B, demand to know where he acquired his taste, or C, insist on it being a two-way thing?
Oh, that's revolting. Well, you could at least write your answers in a separate bit of paper.
No, it's too late. I've almost finished. I've just got to add my score.
Kirsty, could you take Mrs. Nichols through the X-ray now, please?
Yeah, sure. 98%.
A definite tigress. Very impressive, Marj.
Mrs. Carey.
Mrs. Carey, this way, please. Seems to be a problem.
Yeah, a bit of a tigress.
You busy?
Not especially.
Do you see many patients with eating disorders?
Too many. Why?
Well, I've got a patient who I thought was anorexic, but his symptoms are confusing. Well, at least I think they are. I haven't come across too many cases.
How old?
19.
Seriously underweight?
Marginally. Same with body fat.
Dysmenorrhea?
No, completely regular.
Have you checked for diabetes?
Yeah, blood sugar's normal. The white cells are okay.
Well, that's non-specific. Personality and family history are better indicators. They're often fairly driven or pressured by the family.
Well, I don't think that fits either. Look, I told her to make a list of everything she's eaten over the last few days. It seems to imply incessant snacking. There's not too many balanced meals in there.
No, but it seems to cover all the food groups. What symptoms did she first present with?
Well, headaches, nausea, sleeplessness. Then they brought her in after fainting.
Nothing special springs to mind.
Oh, well.
You thought about some kind of substance abuse, drugs, alcohol?
Dr. Roberter to examination room 2, please. Dr. Roberter.
Coming, Marj. Hey, thanks anyway.
What do we got, Tom?
BP 85 over 50. Tachycardia, and she's been vomiting.
Shoulder tip pain.
Yeah. Referred abdominal, wouldn't you say? Also, tenderness to the upper right quadrant of the abdomen. I thought it might have been an abscess, but then she'd have had more of a temperature, right? I'll better not be in a gallbladder.
It's not exactly a betting matter.
So what do you think?
I'll tell you what I think after a proper examination.
Still reckon I'm right.
Thank you, Tom. We'll take it from here.
I've just gotten used to the idea of having anorexia. I mean, if you know what the problem is, you can do something about it, right? Eat. But this morning, Dr. Ropater tells me he doesn't want to jump to any conclusions, so he wants to see me again later. I hope it's nothing too serious, you know?
Or possibly hypochondria?
Jed.
Hi. Just no, Jay, thanks.
Why don't you go and talk to him?
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
I feel too embarrassed about fainting in his class.
He carried you across to the clinic, didn't he?
So?
So he must like you.
Well, so maybe he's just a good Samaritan.
Well, if he is, he might ask you out. Now, come on. She's just a good friend.
Oh, she looks a bit friendly for just a friend.
Think positively, Gina.
Oh, all the creative visualization and positive thinking in the world isn't going to make her disappear.
Well, if you want to compete with her, it's the best tool. What are you doing?
Creatively visualizing.
It looks painful.
It is.
Yes, Sergeant. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. They've charged some of Wayne's mates and some of the car owners.
But you're off the hook?
As long as I agree to make a statement and appear as a witness.
Well, great.
I don't know. You know, I still feel pretty cummy about knocking on Wayne in court.
Have they tracked him down yet?
I don't think so.
Well, then maybe...
Maybe I can still try and warn him.
Oh, are you crazy? Look, he doesn't deserve it. I hope the cops throw the book at him. There should be some sort of charge for abandoning a sick dog, too.
You just don't know him like I do, you know? He's not all that bad.
Oh, he's a scuzzball.
That touch team will be history without him.
Pity.
What is?
But the cops are going to get to him first. I'd love to have the pleasure of personally evicting him.
I know Stuart's mature for his age, but he's also very impressionable. And Kirsty's obviously, well, more experienced, for the want of a better description.
Very experienced.
Haven't you got anything better to say?
Seems to me Stuart couldn't want for a better teacher.
Tom!
What do you expect me to do?
Talk to Stuart.
Oh, Stuart's too old for talks about sex. I think you're overreacting. I mean, it's only a bit of fun. It's not as though they're at it like Randy Rabbits.
Oh, go on. Bury your head in the sand, as usual.
Look, Stuart's at that age where young boys go out and...
So they're wild oats, yes. That's all very well,
Well, there's
but...
no point in trying to stop him. As long as he's behaving responsibly, there's no real cause for concern.
How do we know he's being responsible? I mean, after all that business with Lisa, I don't know how you can be so unconcerned.
All right. I'll talk to him if that's what you want. But I'll tell you right now, it won't change anything.
No. If you can't take your responsibilities as a father more seriously,
I haven't done too badly with the other boys.
All right. It's all right. I'll deal with it myself.
Oh, Marj, be reasonable. What?
Accident at Brompton Road. We're out of here.
Oh, right. Sorry, mate. Oh, God.
I'm afraid Dr. Fleming's still in surgery.
Oh, and you don't know when she'll be free?
I'm afraid not.
Look, can I trust you? Well, I'm sure I can. To give her these samples. It's really important she gets them.
Well, sure, I'll say she gets them.
Oh, great. Thank you. And here's something for you.
A calculator.
Yeah, they're kind of cute. Solar-powered. Works in any bright light.
It's tiny.
Yeah. I use them as business cards. As you can see, my phone number's on the back.
Oh, Daryl, what are you doing here?
Business, Mum.
Oh, I'd like a word. Kirsty, you can take your break.
I've already had it.
Well, take it again.
But it's on my slide.
Kirsty.
Okay. Bye.
nice kid.
Well, maybe not as nice as she appears.
Really?
Yes. She's going out with Stuart.
Good old Stewie, eh? Bit of a late bloomer, but hey, he's got taste.
No, it's all very well to make jokes, but it's very worrying. She's so much more worldly.
Worldly?
Experienced.
Oh.
Well, actually more than experienced, from what I can gather. Quite wild, in fact.
Wild?
You know, promiscuous. You can't be too careful these days, Daryl. And Stuart's always been easily led.
Oh, that's true.
So I think you should have a word with him.
Me?
Yes.
Well, what about Dad?
Oh, he's so out of touch. He thinks it's all a joke. Please, Daryl. He'd listen to you.
Don't worry, Mum. I'll sort him out.
Pneumonia.
Well, all the symptoms are there.
High temperature, laboured breathing. This patient has emphysema.
Yeah.
Then what's she doing on the oxygen? She could have stopped breathing altogether, don't
I'm
you
well
know?
aware of that. She's on a low-flow mask.
Oh, you're right.
Would not be here at all without that.
Yeah, you're probably right, Tom. I'm sorry.
I should hope so. Bloody doctors, they think they're God's gift to medicine. Come on.
Look who's talking. The man do a double bypass in the back of the ambulance if you have the chance. And check your breathing.
Talk about arrogant. They think we're nothing but glorified removal men. As if I wouldn't know what to do because the woman had emphysema. I've had more experience in the field than he's had hot dinners. Anyway, I made him apologise.
Oh, you didn't?
Did.
You should watch out what you're saying. You'll land yourself in trouble one of these days.
Oh, I might have known you'd side with them.
I'm not siding with anyone. It's funny, though, isn't it? You don't mind interfering in the doctor's work, but you refuse to take an interest in your own son.
I thought you have lunch over the road.
Sometimes I bring my own.
Yeah, but you're usually over there, aren't you? Coffee breaks and that.
Yeah.
Does Gina usually join you?
Well, it depends how busy she is. Usually she manages to stop for a coffee.
Does she usually eat much?
Well, sometimes, I guess.
What about alcohol? Does she drink much?
I don't think so.
You go out for drinks after work, don't you?
Yeah, but not very often. Well, sometimes we go to that trendy bar around the corner with a great espresso machine. But we just have a coffee and look at guys all the time.
Kirsty, does Gina ever get anxious, you know? Panic attacks?
Gina anxious. I mean, how would you tell? She's always in a flap about something.
Yeah, that's true.
So, have you figured out what's wrong with her?
I'm not sure. I have a hunch, but I'm not sure.
Well?
I can't tell you. I gotta speak to Gina first.
Is it serious?
Nothing the doctor can't fix. What the? Man. Wayne.
It's going to give me the greatest pleasure in...
Everything's gone.
He left the notes.
Well, at least he didn't leave without saying goodbye.
Hey, guys, it's been real. Sorry about the carpet in the bedroom. It wasn't me. If you flog off the car radios I left, you should get enough to cover the rent. Look after Killer. He's real special.
Yeah, so special it's going to have him put down.
There's more. P.S. Sorry, no forwarding address. Ha ha.
Oh, little brother. Just the person I need to see.
I bet.
No, really, you and I have got to have a little chat.
Yeah, why?
Well, I hear you've finally got yourself a girlfriend. Well, there's no need to be shy about it. She certainly isn't.
What would you know about it?
I've met her. And I've got to say, I'm impressed. She is a hot little number. Well, Mum seems to think so. You see, Mum actually asked me to have this little talk with you, give you some brotherly advice. She's a bit worried Kirsty might be leading you astray.
Crap.
No, really, she's very worried. She just wants to know how far things have got along. Whether Kirsty has turned her little boy into a man.
Well, it's none of her business. And it certainly isn't any of yours.
Oh, do I take that to mean you've done the deed? I am impressed. I didn't know you had it in you. So, what's she like in the sack?
That may be all you think about. Not everyone is as sick as you are.
You haven't done the deed at all, have you? I'm not surprised.
What would Mum say if she knew
So what was
you
the
were really
problem?
like, huh?
Was she too hot for you?
Imagine if
Couldn't
she
handle
found
it.
out about Lisa.
You wouldn't tell her about that, would you?
Wouldn't I?
Stuart, let me give you some real advice. Why don't you work on your own problems first without worrying about everyone else's, eh? And don't give me a hard time because you couldn't get it up with Kirsty.
Would I be right in assuming that your symptoms, headaches, sleeplessness, bouts of anxiety, have become steadily worse over a period of months?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you haven't changed your diet or your daily routine significantly in that time?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Gina, hold your hands out for me. Try and keep them steady. Have you noticed some shaking?
No.
It was the thing that tipped me off.
Does that happen with anorexia?
I don't think you're anorexic.
You don't? That's a relief, isn't it?
Gina, the day you fainted, you were especially tense and anxious. Am I right?
Yeah.
And you can't think of any reason for this.
I guess there were lots of things.
What about the day? Was anything different about the day?
What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm just trying to find out if you've omitted telling me anything.
Like what? I don't understand. What do you think's wrong with me?
Well, Gina, I think you're a drug addict. And it's about time you faced up to it.